All right, I'm gonna try to do a little 4x6 ink doodle thing like I've been doing with the dip pens. That's the ink I use, Bombay Black. But I got a little thing I dip it in over here. Here's the pen tips we use. I think it's a 512. I don't know what that one is. That's one of the. Damn, I'm not even doing good at this shit. Put them down a little farther. One of them calligraphy looking ones. Another one of these little calligraphy looking ones. I usually start with the thicker ones that put a lot of ink on. Always keep water. Keep your tips clean. Shit's important. Well, here, we'll start with this one. We'll start with that. Golden rule. The little whatever that is. The golden ratio. That's the kind of shit I am at some point. I don't really like this tip too much, but it drips. And it does have like a sharp, like I don't know, kind of spreads out the like blotches pretty good. But I usually lay it down with that first. And that's enough of that shit. I use this pen a lot, or this tip a lot. One of the calligraphy ones. I don't even know what size it is, but I got a handful of tips, but this is the one I like the best. Because you can start that way. I don't know. Maybe people find this interesting. I probably should actually focus on one fucking drawing instead of like yapping. Whatever. I mean, it's really just kind of like, I don't know. I found dip pens let me do some like chaotic, psychotic scribbles that actually came out way better than like a non-splattery type pen, because you can like, you know, do shit like fling it and then spread it out. I don't know. Try to keep a little balance where there's like super dark spots. This is on watercolor paper, by the way. Clean your pens, clean your tips. This is definitely the one I use the most. I have a 5. This is a 512, and I have a 513 in the hole. They're really good because they hold a lot of ink. Are a bit like the felt tip Sharpie markers, which I think are like 0.4 in terms of size. But they also like dig into the paper a little bit and then pull up some of the other stuff. I just try to take, after I get the bigger blotches on, go ahead and make it more chaotic in the places that it was not chaotic enough. But I try to keep that like golden ratio little jazz. Apparently, whenever I started doing that, people were like, "Ooh, that's really nice," and I was like, "Whatever." Instead of just splatting the whole goddamn page, but sometimes I still splatter the whole goddamn page. But you'll probably always notice that, and then like whatever, you know. There's some good articles out on the internet about abstract art composition, because I thought it was just, I've always just done it just with a heavy buzz and doing it to be I don't know what I thought Jackson Pollock was, which was pure chaos. And he was just a drunken genius, CIA op, but whatever. We ain't gonna get into that shit. Yeah, that's enough of that one. So this one's really, really fine. Yeah, you kind of gotta go slow. I'm gonna try to do a whole piece with this one time. It doesn't really go that long, and they're split. The tip of it's split into 2 pieces, and I get a little hard in the paint. I'm not an easy, like when I write with pens, it's like heavy. I push down too hard or whatever. I've got better about that, but it's really helpful to touch up some of these like spots that I'm like, you know, close up some loops that you want. Good way to get your hands dirty. And then sometimes just for fun, I'll take this and there you go. A little 5 minute. That's how I do my business. Have a wonderful day.